could cure me. During this time, we fell in love. Go figure. And have been dating ever since. Not the normal boyfriend I'd hoped to find, but awesome just the same. Even though sometimes he can be a total workaholic, which can drive me insane. We've had a lot of adventures since then, and pretty much none of them normal. Like when my vampire wannabe sister found out she was actually destined to become a vampire slayer instead, which became useful when the werewolf cheerleaders came to town. Or when the vampire Jareth she once hated saved her life and finally made her vampire dreams come true. And then there was the time me and my human friend, Jayden, managed to stop an evil Las Vegas vampire from destroying the Blood Coven from within. That was pretty amazing, even if it did almost kill both of us. But, to be honest, the biggest paranormal turning point came not from the vampires at all, but from our very own parents. Our hippy-dippy mom and our absentee dad who, one day, decided to break the news that Rain and I aren't human at all, but rather full-blooded fairies. Not only that, but fairy princesses, next in line for the Light Court throne. At that point, I had to kiss normal goodbye for good. Hiding out from the fairies ended up being an adventure in and of itself, with Rain and me spending some quality time at Riverdale, a school for vampire slayers deep in the Swiss Alps. That's where Rain met Corbin, a slayer in training who unknowingly fell for her vampire charms. Unfortunately, it wasn't a happily ever after kind of love affair and ended with Corbin being turned into a vampire himself. Now he's on the loose somewhere, probably plotting his revenge against the Blood Coven and my sister. Which brings us to today. Mom's off ruling fairyland. We just buried our father. May he rest in peace. My sister's going through a 12-step program at a vampire rehab, trying to get control of her whole bloodlust thing. And an evil fringe group of Slayer Inc. that we uncovered at Riverdale, that calls themselves the Alphas, is determined to create vampiric fae hybrids in a bid to take over the world. And as for me, well, I've just enrolled in Las Vegas High School, which seems like the normal thing to do. We'll see how long that lasts. 1.
Hey, Sonny, over here.
I look up from stuffing my field hockey stick into my bag, my eyes widening with horror as they fall upon a long, black stretch limousine, pulling up curbside to my new high school, behind the waiting school bus. The window slides down, and from inside, I can see Magnus, still shadowed in the darkness, beckoning for me to come over. I try to pretend I don't hear him, don't even know him. So of course that makes him shout even louder. As a rule, former knights in shining armor from medieval times cannot take a hint.
Sonny, I'm right here.
Whoa, who's that hotness? Whistles Kiara. The field hockey center, and one of the only potential friends I've managed to score my first week here at Las Vegas High School. In other words, the last person on Earth I want to introduce to the master of the Blood Coven, one of the largest vampire groups on the eastern seaboard. AKA, my current boyfriend, Magnus, who, I might add, may soon become my former boyfriend Magnus if he doesn't pull away from my high school parking lot in the next 5 seconds. Kiara squints to get a better glimpse into the luxurious limo. I mean, really, Magnus? A freaking limo? Could we get any more my super sweet 16 if we tried? These girls are so going to get the wrong idea about me. Wow, Sonny, chimes in Hannah, the goalie. You've been holding out on us. Magnus tosses the girls a friendly wave. My only saving grace is the knowledge that he'll literally catch on fire if he tries to step out of the car and into the sweltering Vegas sunshine. Is he your boyfriend? Taylor, the midfielder, queried.